guys, it's MrDirtHobo here, and today we're going to show you how to make a dark room mob grinder. Now, a lot of people are saying, what the heck is a dark room mob grinder? Well, for simple reasonings and explanations, a dark room grinder is basically what it says. It is a dark room that spawns monsters, because monsters spawn of a light level of 7 and below. Now, the idea of what I have right here, or the little example I should say, is a dark room grinder setup. Now, on the side right here is supposed to be a full up wall, like, it depends. If you're doing one layer, which is, this would be considered one layer, is right here, is these spawning pads right here. And what you want to do is do every 2 tall to prevent endermen, because this is going to be a water trap one, is going to be 2 tall, and you're going to have to build another layer like this, and then repeat the bottom process over and over. Now, you're going to have to actually put a roof on like this to complete it off. And top, you can actually light it up or actually slab it. I usually slab it like this, but also to prevent spiders from spawning in your place, in case you don't know how to set up against spiders, stuff like that. You want to put a slab in the middle, because spiders spawn in a 2x2 by 1 area. So there's no 2x2 area right here. As you can see that they'll spawn. They cannot spawn on these ladders, or these trapdoors. My bad, I always get those mixed up. I apologize. But what they can do is actually spawn if there's no middle item, like if the middle block is not occupied. You can put slabs here, or actually replace this right here with glass, because monsters don't spawn on glass either. So, this is going to be a grinder tutorial about actually using spiders. Now, the purpose is that I'm on a creative kind of server here, and just showing you this right off the bat to help the server out and help myself out a little bit. But there's no mobs that will spawn on this, so I can't really show you that part. But trust me, they'll spawn if you board all this up correctly. Now, what you want to do about the water mechanics is the harder part. Some people don't understand how they work. What I like to do is have 3 above, or 3 below the platform, not above it. That's just defeating the purpose. And make sure you put water here. You get all kinds of water. You can do watering from the side. You can do water where the water comes on the sides like this, like where they're more going toward the middle for another area to spawn and stuff like that, for them to go into like a pitfall trap, which is another thing I'll show you and explain how and what that does. On the sides here, I'm just going to tidy this up a little bit more so I can explain to you this better. So what you want to do is something similar to this, like this. Now, when you do this, it will actually flow. See how the water's flowing right here? Now, some people don't understand the whole point of a death fall, meaning you can make it where the grinder is making it where they push water up, or they fall to an immediate level. Like, they fall down to maybe 20 blocks where they're at a heart to half a heart left for you to just punch them, get experience and drops and all that stuff. Now, a lot of people have been building giant grinders like this for MCMMO servers, and the reason behind that is because the more MCMMO that you have, the better off it is. Now, see how this current pathway only set to 1? So what that would mean is that underneath right here would be another water wave, a water flow. I'm trying to get wave and flow not mixed up. But what you want to do is actually make all the water congruent into one death spawn, or death like point, where they're going to flow into this area, fall down, and then go from there. But what you want to do is make it where it's too wide, because I have spiders up here, or I want to spawn spiders. But if I don't want to do that, I can disable them like that, or glass, like I said earlier on. Now, zombies would flow right here and go, oh no, I'm a zombie, I can't swim, and then they'll fall into a place where, I don't know. You can make it kind of any kind of a fall plat unless you want, or platform, unless you want it to do like 1 by 1 here, like a 1 by 1, and they fall down to like a hopper and you have a half slab around it. But we'll get into that here in a moment. Now, if you don't want to do the 2 above, like right here, this would be 2 above, so that right there would be your end of the grinder top. So then you would either half slab up here, glass it up top, because it has to have a block that sun cannot get through, or any other light source can. The best treatment, I would say, either stairs, ladders, carpets would work necessarily, but I wouldn't recommend using them in case something's wrong, if it's a glitch or something you find. But I assume they would work. So, after that, we're going to explain to you what a death pit trap is. Now, that actually is kind of the basics of adding on to this design. which is easy and simple. So all you have to do is actually, if you have, actually, we'll explain the one not with spiders and one without spiders. Now, the one without spiders is actually very simple. Only thing you really need is slabs and a hopper, which already have a slab. I'm a dirt, I apologize. A hopper and maybe a chest. And the reason behind you need a hopper and a chest is because you want mobs to fall onto an area, which is simply put as an area for them to die. And I usually like to do either a 1 or 2 style, but I'll show you a 1 style today. And a 1 style, you basically just want it like this. And above this 3rd level, you want it to have a half slab here. This would be meant for basically a grinder that you're only disabling every mob that is bigger than a normal 1x1 mob like yourself. So, like zombies, pigmen, stuff like that. Now, what you want to do is put a chest here and a hopper here, along with a half slab. Now, you want to actually make this right here be open to one area, like this, so you can actually punch them. And that's the basic design of that. Now, a spider one would be a little more complicated and a little more complex. First of all, you need a wall, which is a cobblestone wall, or a mossy cobblestone wall, or fences should work too. What you have to do now is actually make an area where it's 2 wide, like so, and make sure you have it up to a certain point. Whoops, did not mean to break that. My apologies. And what you want to do then is simply add the same design. What you want to do is do the slabs. I mean, there's multiple ways to do this design and technique, but I would do slabs and then actually tally this right here off with a cobblestone wall. Now, the reasoning behind this is you can spiders don't climb past the cobblestone wall, so just for safety's sakes, you want to actually at least double layer this, just to prevent them from actually climbing all the way up and stuff in case something happens and all of this and all of that. Now, what you also can do is also make hoppers go here and slabs here. So now they'll fall right here and they'll stay right there. And what you want to do is actually slab underneath here, so they actually can actually detect this corner as a climb if you want, or if you want to prevent that, you can always just do like another area like this. In my opinion, sometimes the slabbing on the sides can actually cause more damage than actually be good. And what you could do is do this. So then if the spiders fall down here, this is double layered, they'll actually get stuck here and they can't climb up. Now, this technique does not work on cave spiders. That's a whole different idea you have to do there, a whole different design and everything. Now, once they get here, if they draw maybe 20 blocks, and they do like a water design to make them go up and fall down, and they're at half a heart, you literally can just punch them. Hopefully not punch out the cobblestone wall right there like that my hobo fist just did. But then you can have the chest grinded up like this. You can have one chest on each side. You can have anything you want. But the reason why the slabs are here is to prevent the spiders to actually get through to hit you. Like I said, that's one reason why they won't work with cave spiders, because they're actually half a slab, as how they crawl and stuff. That's how they get to you. So it would be harder to actually sit there and like actually hit them all the time and actually get by with it, and them not killing you and poisoning you back. So that's the main tutorial for this. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please comment below. And thanks for my sponsor, Shunocraft. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Ah.